And a very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Issues and Attitudes. I'm Jeff Owens, Interim Manager at WEIU TV and Radio. Alicia Haynes is my co-host. Welcome back, Alicia.
Yes, it's been like forever.
Last Monday.
Yeah.
Making her initial appearance on Issues and Attitudes is our new membership manager at WEIU, Wanda Kay Robinson.
Hey, Jeff. It's great to be here.
And if you see somebody on TV that you might recognize, ironically, not planned, but Jana Johnson is visiting today, and so she can't stay away, so Jana's here.
Yes, I'm excited for all of you, and I'm excited for Wanda Kay, and just being able to see all you and just encouraging her.
So we're going to talk a little bit about Wanda Kay Robinson, as well as kind of some things that are going on around the WEIU TV and radio facility. And we had somebody cancel a couple weeks ago on this day, so I thought it'd be a good time to introduce you, because we're right in the middle of Pledge for TV as well, right, Wanda Kay?
Yes, we are. Pledge is very important, and we want our people to call in or to go on WEIU.net and give us their support.
There you go. So why don't we start out for folks who don't know anything about you? You tell us a little bit, a synopsis of who Wanda Kay Robinson is.
Well, I was born and raised in the southwestern part of the state of Virginia in a little town called Richlands, Virginia. And I've lived here in Charleston for the past almost 23 years. And they tell me I still sound like a southern hillbilly. But I love being here in the Midwest, and I love the mountains as well.
And so tell us about Eastern. You've been around Charleston Eastern for 23 years, and how did you get to WEIU?
Actually, this October will be 22 years at EIU, and then we came here, and I got a job here and did my undergrad degree and my master's degree here at EIU. And then in April of this year, April 15th, I joined the WEIU staff, and that's been quite amazing.
There you go. Now you're taking over for Jana Johnson, who everybody in town knows
and loves.
So how's that been? How's that transformation been?
You know, it's been really wonderful. Jana helped me for a couple of weeks to try to get down the basics of what the job requires, and that was just wonderful. And she made that transition so easy and so wonderful, and actually introduced me to some of our members, and they have been so sweet.
Oh, go ahead. No. So what have you been doing this first couple of months as you try to get acclimated to how WEIU TV and radio works?
Well, I've been reaching out to people that have given to WEIU in the past, and actually just started sending out some emails to people that actually gave to WEIU back in the 1980s. And I thought, well, if they're still living, I want to reach out to them. And,
yeah, that's good thinking.
And so that's what I've been doing, and I've heard back from several of them.
And it seems like to me, from my point of view, is that they really have taken to you right off the bat. A couple of people have, you said, oh, you won't believe this lady. She's 92 and she's full of spunk and energy talking to me.
Yes, I love it. One lady is turning 102 just soon, and we talked on the phone, and she says, I'm just working myself to death. She said, I've been hanging out clothes on the line all day. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And she said, and I'm getting ready to celebrate my birthday. And I said, well, how old will you be? And she says, 102. And I'm like, what? I just was blown away by that.
There you go. Now, Jana, your thoughts as you hear Wanda Kay talk?
Yeah, it just makes me smile, because Wanda Kay has such a great personality, and she has a heart for people. And that's the one thing when I worked here, I love people. And when you believe in what you're doing, which I love WEIU TV and radio, and people know that you're sincere. And I think that's a huge part of the job, is to be sincere. And I know that you're going to do wonderful.
I put you on the spot just a little bit right now, okay? We're in the middle of Summer Pledge on WEIU TV. So what can people expect when they turn on WEIU TV? I think Pledge goes through the 16th, which will be later on this week. So,
well, they can plan to see programs that where it'll be on the screen, how to contact us by calling the toll-free number or even our local number. So if you call during business hours, you can, more than likely, you're going to talk to me, which is pretty great. And so, or they can go online and to WEIU.net and click the little icon Donate Now and make their pledge. And if they're watching a particular program that they would like to have that program, then we also have gifts as well.
And you did some recordings last week for the Classic Gospel Show. So talk about when you were a little nervous going into that day, but you did well. So talk about that.
It brought back so many memories because I guess it's been about 20 years since I had my own TV show. And my TV show was called A Touch of Love with Wanda Kay. And so that was pretty great. That aired about 10 years in several states. And so then going into, I didn't know what to expect because, I mean, back in the day when I had my TV show, well, I did a 30-minute show, and it was all me.
Yeah.
And so here I was going in to try to ask people to support WEIU. And you know, I would have to say, just like Jana did, coming into WEIU, it's been the greatest experience. And in my almost 22 years at EIU, I think it's the most perfect job for me because it fits my background with TV, and it also fits my background because of reaching out to people who want to support and be a part of this wonderful WEIU family. So going into that classic gospel, of course, I saw the program and just loved. There was, and I think I shared that with the people, the parts that I just really loved and stood out to me. And I feel like that connected with the people, and we've heard from several people as a result of that.
And we
show.
pre-recorded that for you to try to ease you in. But upcoming as maybe in the fall and for Christmas auction and Cumberland County, this is our story. You're going to be live all night
I
on
love
TV.
that live stuff.
So are you looking forward to being live?
It was so funny because Kian was like, well, we need to practice. Let's practice. And I'm like, oh, well, Kian, I don't really do much good at practicing. But when the camera comes on, I'll spring into action. And she was so funny because afterwards she said, oh my goodness, you were right. You really did. The camera came on and you were on target. So I love that. To me, it's a camera that's there with the red light on, but to me, it's a beautiful audience of people that I'm having a conversation with.
I had no idea that you had a TV show. That is news to me.
We're going to get into that. So we're going to talk about it later. But go ahead and talk about your TV show. It was in Virginia, correct?
It was in Virginia. We filmed on location. We actually did outdoors. And at a little place, not a little place, a big place, 400 acres. This man, he had 400 acres of land, and he used to do trips to Holy Land in Israel, and his heart just broke because so many people wanted to go and couldn't afford to. So he had this amazing ideal that he would take parts of Holy Land in Israel and replicate that on his property. And that place is just amazing. And so we would go out and film on location. So we would do 13 TV shows at a time. So imagine being out in the country with all kinds of animals. I think there was peacocks, and they would spread their beautiful feathers and stuff. So there was just animals everywhere. And being out there, and we filmed 13 shows in 2 days. So we had to go, and that was back in the day when cue cards, my husband had to hold up my cue cards to keep me, on task, and because doing 13 shows, I didn't want to say the same thing over and over again. And that was kind of fun, and sometimes I would go inside the tomb of Jesus to change clothes and get ready for the next program. So that was really great. It was just wonderful getting to do that. And so many people, actually Holy Land USA there in Bedford, said that as a result of my TV show that they had more visitors to come and visit, just make a trip to Bedford, Virginia, and just come and see that beautiful place.
Pretty cool, huh?
That is cool. It's just
That's
So-
the other
on
night
right
for
now.
me.
Yeah.
So we, as you know, WEIU Television, compliments of Jana, who is here today as well, started the This Is Our Story series, I don't know, it seems like 5 or 6 years ago. Time always kind of is foggy up upstairs. But the next town we're going to do is actually a county. We're getting ready to do Cumberland County. And there's an important meeting on June 11th, which if you're watching this live or recorded today is tomorrow.
Yes.
Later in this week, it'll already be passed. But June 11th is the town meeting in Cumberland. What should people do and when and where and all that?
Well, it's going to be at 6 o'clock in Cumberland, in Toledo, at the YMCA. And that's when the community comes together. Basically, the people that are going to tell stories, they're going to come and they're going to kind of go over what their stories are with us, and we take their information down. And then we get ready for July production. And on July 9th and 10th, we'll be going down those 2 days and actually filming the storytellers as they tell their amazing stories of Cumberland County.
And then we'll debut Cumberland County on, do you remember the date?
October 10th.
I'm glad you remember because it was great. October 10th. So people don't realize how big this is our story. It's not something you just go down, shoot, produce the next day and air. You know, we started working on this about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and now we're, even we haven't even shot one video yet, and it's going to air in October. So talk about some of the experiences you learned. And Jane, if you want to hop in, you can on this, but what the This Is Our Story has meant to WEIU and for membership and for WEIU as a whole.
Well, Jeff, This Is Our Story, we did 11 of them, with the 11th being EIU, This Is Who We Are. It's just a great opportunity for WEIU TV to connect with the community. We are a community radio station and television station, and when you get to know the people in the communities, we do know that everyone has a story to tell, whether it's about history, something's going on in their community right now, the great things about the community, and it's so amazing. So I'm excited for you to work alongside Ken and really dig into the history, et cetera, of the people that live in Cumberland County. You will be great at it. It is a lot of work, but it's so worth it on that live night when it premieres.
Well, Ken and I went down, I guess now 3 or 4 times. We made day trips down there just to reach out to people in the community, and they have been so wonderful. And it's so funny because one person will be talking and kind of thinking of a story they could tell, and then they're like, oh, but you need to talk to so-and-so, and so they'll start thinking of other people, and it's really exciting.
There you go. Let's talk a little bit about now, April 15th through today. What have you learned so far about WEIU that you want to share? That you can't share.
Well, as Jana says, I think WEIU is just the greatest group of people. It has been so fun. I honestly can't remember a time when I have been more excited to get to work every day, because everybody is just so wonderful, and the passion that each staff member has for our community and for doing something really special to make a difference, that puts a fire inside of me, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I get to be part of this great, amazing journey that everybody's on, and I just feel so blessed and so honored to get to be here.
Now, as a new person coming in, even though we knew you before because you're upstairs at journalism and you're in the community, but you're still, for a new person that's employed now via WEIU, do you set like personal goals that you would like to see us achieve as we kind of go forward over the next few years?
You don't know Wanda Kay, do you?
I want to know what these are, though. I'm trying to delve inside the mind.
Oh my goodness, ask Annalisa.
Yeah.
I come in with a plan. Well, I think one of my greatest personal goals is to get more members, to get more people to join the effort with us, because I believe that every person can make a difference if they give the best that they can give. And my goal is to raise our membership from where it's at right now to, in the next year, 10, 20%. I think it's doable. As I'm reaching out to people who haven't given in a long time and they're responding, it's exciting because I think, oh my goodness, we are going to enhance our membership. And I think that that's one of my greatest goals, and I hit the ground running because I came up with an idea I want to send out an email and do a little video in the email so that people can kind of see who I am and get to know me more personally, and so that's what I've been doing. I've been sending out emails. I've sent out hundreds of emails, and I got probably thousands to go. So, but you know what? I send a few every day. So
there you go. Now you said something interesting there, Annalisa. You said you don't know Wanda Kay. So from a student perspective, and you being involved in journalism, tell us a little bit of insight from your point of view, from the student.
Well, so Wanda Kay went up to journalism. 3 years ago, I think that was.
Yeah,
this is my end of freshman year, whatever it is, 2016. And I was a student worker in the journalism department, well, what used to be the journalism department. And so Wanda Kay was the new office administrator there. And before her, student workers didn't really do much. We just kind of sat there and said hi to people and, did a couple chores. But Wanda Kay came in, she met with all the student workers. And she said, okay, here's what we're going to do. Because the office wasn't the best that it had been, and that was the priority, was to get it looking nice and clean and presentable, for lack of better terms. Not that it wasn't or anything, but it wasn't Wanda Kay standards for sure. So not that that's a bad thing, it's a good thing. Well, anyway, so everyone started working, and we had to do a ton of stuff, and you couldn't sit there and do your homework, or you actually had to work, right? That wasn't.
For a bit,
yeah. I mean, it's not like we were student workers or anything. So, by the end of that month, I was the only student worker left.
I lost all of them.
But because I agreed with her philosophy, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do it. That's fine.
That's a great
She
story.
was right there with me.
I didn't know where you were going to end that story. but-
No, I mean,
That's
I
awesome.
mean, I
that
had her
was
climbing
my-
up on step ladders and holding
I
on
was
to her
at
'cause they
one
were
point.
so
I think I was in
wrinkly.
the ceiling. I was like, "You have to spot me, Wanda Kay. I'm gonna fall off this chair." So, that was my adventure with
That's a
Wanda
great story.
Kay.
There you go.
And there's a lot of other stuff in there
Hope
too.
they come to mind. We still have
just
time. Yeah.
bonding and being the person to go to when we had a problem. So
I do want to ask one question, and just for the fact that there's new people in the community. There's people that find radio and they find the TV station and they hear us talk about members. And I sometimes think that we just assume that people know what being a member or joining the WEIU membership club or whatever you want to call it is. So what actually is membership, Janie? You can help on this too. And what does it mean, and what does that money go to? So,
Janie, you want to?
Well, sure, I'll jump in. As we always say, membership really truly does matter at WEIU TV and radio. We have a radio Adopt-A-Watt every September, and it's amazing to sit here on the radio and have the people call from the community and support it. We need membership. Without them, we could not survive here.
Right.
We're a non-for-profit, and Jeff's real good about saying why we're not commercial and those kinds of things. But we truly need you to be a part of WEIU, whether you're a TV member or a radio member. You'll become a part of our family, which is super important.
And another really great thing, so you might be sitting there today saying, well, how can I become a member? Well, for a donation of $60 or more, got that,
Like that.
or more, annually, you become a member of the WEIU family. And that's, I think, the greatest thing. You asked me what did I love about, and I told you about our staff and how great everybody is. But I think the thing that I love the most is that we are all a part of a WEIU family. And the greatest thing in our family is we're always wanting new members to come and join us and be part of it. So for $60 or more annually, you become a member of the WEIU family. One of the membership benefits that we're offering right now is called Passport, and it lets you have unlimited access to all kinds of shows any time of day or night, and that's again $60 or more annually, and you automatically, as a member benefit, you get added to the Passport, and which just is amazing. And really it breaks down to like $5 a month. How great is
it does.
that?
Exactly.
And can I add something
Yeah.
to that? If they don't know, Passport is all PBS programming. So it's kind of like a Netflix, but it's all PBS. So if you love PBS, you can watch it any time of the day, and it's a really cool thing.
It is cool.
And it's going to continue to grow,
Sure.
and there'll be other
yes.
avenues for Password and via the WEIU PBS in the years to come as we move forward.
And I
It's a
think
brand new venture.
another important thing to keep in mind about WEIU in general is that it's on a university campus.
Yes.
And I mean, how incredible is it to say that I go to a university that has this type of TV station, and we have kids do the news watch all the time too during the school year, of course, and kids doing the radio station. I mean, let that sink in. This is in your community, and people say that Charleston is a small community, which I really don't think it is, but I mean, it's Eastern. This is on Eastern's campus. I think that's
Well, and I
that's
think
a nice
also
gem.
when people talk about WEIU, people think that there are lots of workers here. We have 12 people on staff, when you really think about it. And, really 11 of them are full-time TV and one is full-time FM in Rob. And so, when you think about 12 people and you divide the work out of, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, being on not just, WEIU TV and radio, but Year 13, 51, 2, as well as 51.6, which is our sub-care other channels, there's a lot of stuff that has to get done on a weekly basis.
Exactly.
And we all have lives too to get through. So it really takes strong membership to help support that financially. And when we need members to come in and help with phones or help with different events like on Kids Day that's coming up August 17th, there's a lot of stuff that we could we need. And so that's why it's so important that membership continues to grow. And kind of what Jana did is now for Wanda Kay to take to the next level. And so that's a challenge for you, and you accepted that challenge, and it will be interesting to see. And I know you'll succeed.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Talking to the people who are supporters of WEIU, they're just the sweetest people. I get on the phone and our conversations are just so rich, and they are interested about building a relationship with me, and I love that, because I think I can let them see just how wonderful being a part of WEIU is.
As we delve into the mind of Wanda Kay Robinson today on Issues and Attitudes, next up, what do you think is your biggest success ever? What are you most proud about in life?
You know what? My biggest success is probably people. Pouring into the lives of people, serving people. That's what I've done really almost all of my life. And since being a young girl, I was constantly serving people and using the servant leadership as my method of pouring into lives of people. It's so rich and so rewarding, because I see people's lives being changed, and that's what servant leadership is. You're helping others be better, and as a result of helping someone else better themselves, you get better as a result of that.
How do you solve problems?
Well, solving problems. Well, there are no problems.
There's always
What I do when a problem is brought to me, I try to figure out what's going on with the problem, and then analyze the situation to see what is the best solution where everybody can come out feeling good about this, and that's what I try to work toward. There are problems every day. We're faced with all kinds of different situations, and when you think you've seen it all or heard it all, something else comes up that's different, and I guess that's what makes life exciting.
That's a good answer. Open door policy, so if somebody wants to walk in, buzzer, they can come and see you most of the time? Talk about that.
Wide open. I love visitors. As a matter of fact, I'm always telling everyone, come and see me, and I want to spend time with you, and I want you to come and see my office, and I've tried to make it the most inviting atmosphere and warm, and so that they don't want to leave.
Something about our membership directors, they love to decorate their offices.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Jana had the most amazing style.
Yes.
So
A little
creative.
eclectic.
Oh, so creative. And as soon as I come in, I'd been there maybe a couple of days, and Jana says, Wanda Kay, here's my desk, which was a glass top desk with little vinyl records under the glass, and it was just so amazing. And she's like, now I'll leave this for you if you want me to, and she looked around at me, and I guess the look on my face told her everything. She's like, it won't work for you, will it? And I'm like, no, really, I need file cabinets, and I need all this stuff around me. And she started laughing. She said, okay, then we'll go and figure out what to do. And we did. And it was so fun just getting to work with Jana and seeing how she connected with everyone, and that helped to just ease me right into the role.
And it's not much of a change either. It's the same vibes. I think so. I don't know. Maybe someone.
Me and Jana are sisters.
It really is. You guys are on the same wavelength, so
Always have been.
it's not much of a difference.
That's nothing wrong with that. Makes it easier for all of us too.
Yeah.
WEIU is also open for tours. If someone wants to contact, usually go through Cam, but if you want to help out, they get a hold of you. If they want. A lot of people don't
Sure.
know the gym that is the TV and radio studio. So if you want to come and anytime, people can
yes.
do that. Just get a hold of Wanda or Ken or me or whoever, and we'll take care of that. We have a few minutes left. We always like to end by asking those
a
questions a little bit more odd or from left field. And since Jane is here today, we'll let you go as well. All right.
Okay,
But anything that I forgot that you want to tell our viewers and listeners about Wanda Kay?
Just come and see me and pick up that phone and call and give the best gift to support WEIU.
At least anything to add before we?
I mean, I feel like I'm never going to leave this place, so let's
When
just
are you
support me.
scheduled to
I
graduate?
have no idea.
No idea yet.
Gonna stay around forever.
May 2020.
As long as you're enrolled,
We'll find out. As long as I'm working,
Yeah,
you
as
know.
long as you're enrolled here, we can we'll have you work here.
We'll exploit
At
me as
some
much
point,
as they
maybe
can, right?
someone will come down and say, but as of now, you're still welcome here. So,
Yeah, glad
all right,
to
we're going to
join
go
us. Time
Wanda
for you to
Kay, Jana, then Annalicia. Okay.
Okay.
So Wanda Kay, Jana, Annalicia. What's your favorite hobby?
Hiking.
Serving the community. I love our area. I love Charleston. It's just helping people in this community.
Yes.
Well, just listening to music. I know it's cliche, but I do.
All right, so it leads right into my next question, so it's fine. Favorite all-time musician?
My favorite all-time, I have several. Depends on the day. My
Today, then.
favorite today would be Carrie Job, gospel singer, and Ed Sheeran. Oh my
Sheeran's
goodness,
gonna-
I love Ed Sheeran.
He's
He
gonna lead
has
off right when
such
we're done here
a
in a few
way
minutes.
with words. His songs just melt me.
You put me on the spot. I love music, but Eric Church is kind of my favorite right now.
Okay, I have many, but when I'm trying to calm down, then for sure Glenn Miller.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's a good
1940, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that.
Summer vacation plans. Are you going to get to go anywhere this year?
My summer vacation is working at WEIU. No, I'm going home to Virginia around the 4th of July, and I'm really excited because my daughter and son-in-law who live in Texas are actually going to get to come, and we're going to spend a couple of days with our family. And
Oh, cool.
we have a lot of her grandparents, my daughter's grandparents are getting older, and it's health problems and stuff, so I think it'll be a great visit.
I went to Tampa for 2 weeks right after I retired. So my summer vacation is my dad celebrating his 90th birthday. So he wants us all to get together, and we're going to have a band and stuff. So that's kind of our biggest thing going on in the McElwee family right now.
Right?
Get to go anywhere this summer or not?
I do have a weekend open this weekend and sometime in July. I don't know where I'm going, but
Somewhere.
I
Just go
decided that Annalicia needs to save as much brown hair as she has left on my head. So.
First car. What was your first car?
Oh, gosh. You know what?
Everybody remembers their first car.
Me and Andrew were dating. So I was 16, 15 when we very first started dating. And so he taught me on this old car, and I don't even remember what it was, but taught me how to drive. And he pulls me to the bottom of this hill. And I know this is not the answer to your question, but anyway,
No,
this
where
is
you're
what I want to share. He pulls me to the bottom of this hill, and when
have
I
45
say hill,
seconds, just so you know.
it's probably a mountain to you all because hills here are not hills like we have. So it's straight up, and it's at a red light, and he gets over into the passenger seat and puts me over in the driver's seat, and this is stick shift. And he said,
Oh,
baby,
no.
you're going to learn to drive today.
Or you're going to die
And
today.
so I tried it in every gear it had, and yeah, I finally got up that hill that you all would probably call a mountain.
There you go.
1978 Firebird. I married the owner, which would be my husband Terry.
All right.
And I never had one until I got married, and then I had some really nice cars.
First car, real quick.
2001 Acura, I still have it.
All right. We would have had more questions, but we had to hear about the heels. Which, by the way, has an extra letter in it, according to Wanda Kay. Heels. All right, Wanda Kay, thanks so much. Welcome to WEIU. Appreciate it. You heard again, open door policy, and just come and visit. And Jana, good to see you again.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and I am not a stranger. I love Eastern. I love WEIU TV and radio. So thank you so much. I miss everybody.
Everybody have a great day. Thanks for listening and watching WEIU.